start flooding back to me because back when I was younger, I had my own place. I lived with a guy who I've talked about in the past. I talked about on the old show. It's a guy named Dave. He's one of my best friends. Dave was known around town. Well, he pretty much fucked every chick we knew. He was known as the man with the golden dick. That's what we joked. Even girls called him that. Everyone called him that. He somehow had become so legendary amongst. He's like Pete Davidson of our small town. I think they caught wind. This guy must have been packing. I never saw, but he must have been packing, and he was just running through chicks. I mean, he was just. I mean, every chick I knew, this dude banged. It was crazy. And again, we're in a small town, so they all knew each other, so they all talked about it, and word got around. Well, word got around so much that one night, and again, Dave was my roommate in a house that we had. One night, I was laying in bed. I'd gotten home from the bar. I was pretty drunk, actually, and I'm just laying in bed, kind of, sleeping stuff off. And all of a sudden, and we had kind of an open door policy at this house. It was a party house. We had people coming in and out all the time. As long as they knew we were there was a car in the driveway, they kind of had just walk in. You know what I mean? That was kind of the way it was. So I heard the door open downstairs, and I heard somebody start climbing up the steps. And I see a girl comes up to the top of the steps, and I hear the girl walk into Dave's room. And then I kind of go, hey, Dave's not home, because he was out plowing some other chick that night. So the girl comes into my room, and again, I was pretty drunk, but essentially, from what I do kind of remember, I pretty much remember her saying, oh, Dave's not home, and I say, yeah, he's not here, and I believe she basically just sat down on my bed at that point, and this is like something straight out of a fucking porno. I'm pretty sure just started unbuckling my pants and just kind of went to town on me. Started servicing me. So that was cool. And then we ended up, obviously, everything, she got to experience the cow tongue, all that good stuff, the whole nine. Again, it was totally, something out of a porno. You'd never expected it to happen. Then it happens. And it's, I'll be honest with you, though. I was a late bloomer. I didn't start banging necessarily until I was a little bit older. And I might have been the second girl I was ever with. And one thing I do remember from that was that it was one of my worst performances ever. I was drunk. Pretty sure I had whiskey Dixie. I really didn't know what I was doing at that point. Hadn't been watching as much porn for research. I think after that moment, I realized I needed to watch more porn for more research. So anyway, so we sleep together. And one thing really interesting about this girl, well, I'll leave it out because you probably figure it out if you had. Anyway, white nipples. White nipples. Weirdest thing. I'm not weird, but never seen anything like before. Never seen it in a porno. Never seen it on person before. Nothing. Instead of pink, white. It was actually kind of hot. Not going to lie, but very different. So I'm sitting there at the dinner, and all these memories start flooding back to me. And we put in our order for our food for the dinners, and my mom got she ordered a fucking this steak was so fucking big. I think it was 17 ounce. She got a 17-ounce Delmonico ribeye steak with what else? She get some asparagus with it, and she got lump crab meat all over the top of it. So she was in heaven over there. I ordered a 10-ounce filet rare with some asparagus and hollandaise, and I also decided that because we couldn't really decide on a side to share because she wanted her crab and her asparagus, and the potato options they had there I wasn't really interested in. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna get a half a pound of crab legs. So I got some crab legs cold, which is my way to get them. You get crab legs cold and you dip them in cocktail sauce. That is the fucking way to get crab legs. If you never had cold crab legs where they split them down the middle and feed them to you, That's the fucking best. Anyway, so the food gets ordered, and I look, and I'm sitting there contemplating, do I tell my mom that I fucked our server? And then I decided, yes, I was going to tell her that, but not in those terms, obviously. But she actually was able to, she looked at me and she goes, what's wrong? And I said, I reconfirmed, I go, Julie was her name, right? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, yeah. And then I look at her and I go, I think I slept with our server. And she went, oh, really? And I was expecting her to be a little bit mortified because while I said my mom gets horny for my young guys or whatever, she's a little bit prudish when it comes to me, obviously. And so, because I'm her son. But so I was expecting her to be all kind of a little mortified from the story, but she was just more like, oh, really? You serious? What happened? So I think I gave her the kind of basic details of what happened with her showing up at my house. But then I looked at her and said, don't say anything, because my mom cannot, she's got a real open filter. She'll just start saying stuff. So I made it very clear, do not say anything to her. I'm not going to say anything until, if I do, it'll be after we eat. So we get through dinner. Everything's fantastic. My mom couldn't finish her food. She ordered a steak for a giant. So we got boxes, and right before she goes, right when she brings back the boxes, I say to her, I go, hey, do you happen to be from a certain town? And she goes, yeah, I lived there for a couple of years, actually, when I was right out of high school. And I go, oh, okay, do you remember Dave? And I said his last name, and she goes, oh, yeah, I definitely remember him. And then I had mentioned how I had met her at the restaurant that I worked at. She used to come up to the restaurant that I worked at to meet one of my coworkers, a chick there or whatever. And I tried to say, hey, do you remember? I didn't want to straight up be like, hey, do you remember fucking? But I was like, hey, do you remember meeting me at Zeppi's? Yeah, we talked a few times, and I think we actually met at my house one time that I shared with Dave. And I could kind of see the wheels rolling, but I don't think she wanted to outright admit it. She just started asking me a bunch of names to see if I remembered the restaurant that I worked with, and I actually couldn't remember the name of the person. So we kind of just went round and round about, who we knew each other through or whatever. But by the end of it, she walked away, and my mom looked at me and she said I was blushing. And I didn't feel myself blushing. And it wasn't like a blushing like, oh my God, I want to hook up with this girl or whatever, because just, she's not exactly my type at this point. So having said that, we caught up a little bit. Where are you from? What do you do now? Blah, 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 blah. But we obviously didn't dive into, hey, do you remember that time that you came over to fuck my friend and then you fucked me instead? We didn't get into that at the dinner. But Secret ADS Mod says, I'm still not past white nipples. Yeah, it was very interesting. I've never seen anything like it before. But hey, great night. One of the best memories of my life, even though I'm sure it was probably one of the worst for her because my performance was so bad. The cow tongue always does its job, so that alone was probably worth it for her. But everything after that, with the whiskey Dixie and everything, it was all bad. I was just bad. So, so that was it. That was my dinner with my mom. We wrapped things up after that. I took her home, and I ended up going and picking up the boys, and they spent the night after that, and I had a little bit of time with them. So didn't tell them the story. Definitely did not tell them the story. So hopefully they don't watch. I don't think they do, but either way, thank you again to Nugget Man and Timothy for donating that money and allowing me to go take my mom out to a fine dining establishment. We really did enjoy ourselves. So thanks again to all you guys for supporting me and supporting the show and all of I got a lot of emails and comments and messages from people saying, wishing my mom good health and good luck with everything and all that. So thank you to everybody who did that. It seems as though your positive thoughts and prayers and positivity towards the universe worked, because she's healthy and happy, and she's going back to work in a couple days, and hopefully It's another dumb show. Yo, what's happening? Welcome to another dumb show. I'm another dumb show host. Thank you guys for joining me on issue number 188. So good to have you guys here with me this evening. I appreciate you all so much. Of course, you guys know the number to call, 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Oh shit, you know what? I never turned the phones on. Fuck, my bad. Well, in the meantime, while I'm booting up the phones, you guys can always take a second to like tonight's show, share it, all that good stuff, comment on it. Those of you who aren't watching live, you know how much I appreciate when you guys comment on the show, and I go back and I'll read your comments live on the next issue. Hold on just 2 seconds. Let me reboot these phones. I pay for these damn phones, so I love when you guys call. Open Lines America, man. Call in. What do you guys got going on? I'd love to hear from you. And of course, you can always help support Another Dumb Show by clicking the join button. We'd love to have you guys become a member. All the League of Dummies there, they're slowly growing. And we'd love to have you become one of the League of Dummies. And all you have to do is go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click the join button, pick a tier that you'd like to be on, and then you will be supporting Another Dumb Show. Because after all, we are a fan-funded show and wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. So thanks to everybody who helps support the show. Those of you who are watching or who don't like to watch the show, or you drive, or for whatever reason you just can't watch the show and you prefer to listen as a audio only podcast, you can do that through YouTube Music. You can download it right through there and you'll have access to it. You can stream it, download it, whatever's easiest for you. Just go to YouTube Music to do that. So give me 1 second here, guys. My computer screens are all in the wrong spots. I'm looking all over the place. Okay, so welcome. I mentioned the league. Welcome to everybody in the league. Trevor was first. Shout out to you, dude. Appreciate you being there. First off in the league for me. Let's see here. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a nice weekend. It was kind of a nice, relaxing, chill weekend. Sorry about the squeaking, by the way. B1 stopped over earlier today. She went to the pet store to get her cat a harness to go out, and we had beautiful weather here in Cleveland today. So she was going to take her cat out for a walk on a harness, which didn't happen. But anyway, because of the cat, not because of her, the cat bailed, but I went crazy when she tried to take it out. But and if you don't know that, you should follow B1's Instagram just for her cat, Bad Brad. Bad Brad's great. He's the worst cat on the planet. Anyway, if you're hearing a lot of squeaking, which it actually just stopped, B1 was nice enough to bring Darla another squeaky toy. So she's been going ham on her new seahorse squeaky toy. So I apologize if it gets a little loud in here with the squeaking today. She seems to have stopped, so that's a good start. I was going to DoorDash all weekend. Decided that I was up kind of late on Friday night. I was playing NBA 2K24. I ended up BSing with Secret ADS Mod pretty late on Friday. And so it was a good weekend to take some time to get kind of reset a little bit. Been working like 6-7 days a week over the past couple months now, since Christmas pretty much. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take the weekend. I'm going to just chill for the weekend. So I did that. Got a lot of cleaning done over the weekend, which was nice. Trying to get this house back in order since Christmas. Really, I haven't really been taking very good care of my home. In fact, my son was here last time he was here. He goes, so we going for Christmas in July? And I said, what are you talking about? And then he just kind of went like this, because all the Christmas stuff is still up and it's March 4th. So, my bad. So yeah, I got to get this house in order, put all the Christmas stuff away. Did some spring cleaning because, again, it was nice this weekend. But yeah, just trying to get my house in order, keep things straight, get the life in order, happy house, makes a happy head or whatever. There's some sort of thing about a clean house and a clean brain or something for crazy people to do. So, there is a cat. Boy, I'm getting attacked by these animals tonight. My bad, guys. I got a cat attacking the camera. I got a dog squeaking over there. Holy shit, it's out of control there. So, what's up, Mikey? Good to see you in the chat there. I do see Amanda says orange cats do the funniest stuff. You're the best. I love my orange cats. They really are the best. So yeah, yesterday I watched a little bit of racing. Oh, and that's what I did on Saturday. I watched the F1 race from Bahrain, and I got to tell you, man, I don't know how much F1 I'm going to be watching this season. If it's just going to be Max Verstappen winning every race, like I could put up with it for one season, but man, it sucks just watching this dude. I mean, he's winning by 11 seconds. I mean, he's just completely destroying the field. It's not even a competition. So it's not that entertaining. Like last year I put up with the great racing just for like the second and third place people and stuff, because I don't know, I kind of came in halfway through the season and didn't really realize, the level of which Max Verstappen, the way he was. I had no idea he was going to be winning the way he was. I certainly didn't think it was going to continue into this year. I thought they're going to be new cars. I think next year's when they make some major dramatic changes to the cars in F1, so maybe that will make a difference. Maybe Lewis Hamilton going over to Ferrari will make a difference next year. But so far, this first race was literally just like picked up right where we left off last year. Nothing changed. Exactly the same. It was pretty boring, in fact. And even the announcers were kind of like bored by it. They really weren't. How do you call a race where the guys just, you just calling second and third place, and the big, most exciting thing that happens is at the end of the race when Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda get in a little bit of a kerfuffle because Yuki Tsunoda's a bitch and didn't like the fact that they let Daniel go around him. Anyway, weird F1 stuff with letting your teammates go around you and stuff like that. A lot of F1 hijinks there, as far as letting your teammates pass and things like that. So I can understand Yuki's frustration, but for that to be the most exciting thing from that race, that'll tell you how exciting that race was. It was pretty fucking bad. So hopefully F1 will figure something out. I don't know if they got to nerf his car. I don't care what. Just do something to his car. Put some extra downforce on it or whatever. Slow that thing down. Don't let him use DRS. I don't know. He doesn't even use it, I don't think. He's out front so far. He doesn't even need it. Oh, it's crazy. So, I'm kind of disappointed about the way F1 is looking right now, but we'll be NASCAR, I have to say. Now, the NASCAR race that I turned on Sunday, I think they were in Las Vegas. Man, I turned the beginning of that. And of course, the race last week, was it last week or the week before, where they had 3 guys crossing the finish line at once? I think I might actually have a shot of that from a crowd view. Do I have that shot? Did I lose that? Let's see if I lost it or if I have it here. One sec. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here's the photo finish from the other day. I think this is in Atlanta. I never got around to showing this video. If you're not a big NASCAR fan, even B1 thought this was crazy. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Hopefully we don't cut off the track. Let me see where everything zooms. Yeah, I'm zoomed too far. Hold on. Hold, please. All right, here we go. So here is, this is Atlanta NASCAR last week. This is shot from the crowd. So this is the last lap. And actually, Jeff Jr., who's a big fan of the show, he texted me after that and said, "Did you see that?" And I hadn't. I missed it. But this is what he was talking about. Here they come. So photo finish. 3 of them across the line all at once. I mean, it was fucking crazy the way they finished this race. So you can see, let me do one more frame. They're going so fast. Frame. There you go. So you can see 3 cars crossing the finish line all at once. Pretty fucking cool ending to that race last week. The race this week was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't care. Either way. The race in Las Vegas this week started out fucking great. I don't even remember. I didn't end up making it to the whole race. And I will get to why I didn't watch it on the rest of the race on Saturday, or Sunday. But they started that race flying. They were 4 wide, balls out. I mean, cars zigging and zagging. We had guys making 5-car runs and stuff right up the rip. Some pretty cool racing right off the bat in that NASCAR race. So I definitely have to see some more of it. Mikey's asking me. Hold on one sec here. I'm confused about what I'm seeing right here. Pilot X says in Texas we call that F1 dipshittery. There is a Pilot X says it's not racing anymore. It's a product. Yeah, just something about it was just this season. If it continues like it does, I'm out. I won't be able to watch it. Nugget Man is saying, could you at least autograph it? I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what that means, Nugget Man. And Mikey is asking, did I see the glove that Logan was wearing for qualifying? Logano was wearing for qualifying. No, Logano qualifying glove. Oh boy, he had a concerning glove. Uh-oh. Wore webbed glove, possibly as an aerodynamic blocker? What? They have a picture of this glove here? What? The cheated up glove. Whoa, what is that thing? Oh, I didn't know anything about this. I totally missed this story. Thanks for the heads up on this, Mikey. So he wore this webbed glove? And this was a big deal? People were upset about this glove? If you can't really see it because of the contrast or whatever, but at the top, in between the fingers, there's like a webbing in there. That's an aerodynamic blocker? I don't understand this story. This is weird. Confiscated glove from number 22. As NASCAR played show and tell with the garage, it was explained exactly why this was considered a competitive advantage and a safety issue. The drivers... Hold on one sec. Hold on, Mikey. Oh, what's up? Hey, dude, hold on one sec. I'm reading this. The drivers do put their hand up against the opening, NASCAR rep says. We never really had a rule against it, but this obviously goes one step further and becomes not only a competition problem, but also a safety violation because that glove is not SFI approved. So just because it's not some stupid and approved glove, Mikey, this is the problem because in the webbed glove, or I'm so confused about this. What advantage would a webbed glove?
NASCAR cars, they only got that little vent up by the front, by where their steering wheel is, where they can put their hand like by the window.
Yeah.
That's so they can get some cool air and stuff like that. I'm guessing this glove is about the exact size of that exact opening. So when he puts his hand there, it blocks it off completely and does give an aerodynamic advantage to the vehicle.
Oh.
So he qualified with that glove on. He qualified in first place and had to start at the end of the start at the end of the field. And they only found it because he got chosen for some random inspection.
That is really fucking weird. Now, I guess that could fan, but he's going 200 miles an hour. Is he going to be able to actually keep the wind out with his hand? I mean, is it really going to make
no
that?
idea. I thought it was the wildest story of the weekend when I was like, what, some Spider-Man glove that Logano was wearing?
That's goofy ass shit. Boy, they're just really grasping for straws than anything to try. I mean, I guess it is stock and you want to keep things regulated, and if it comes down to look at that photo finish they had a couple of weeks ago or whatever, a week ago. It was down to
these cars
milliseconds.
Are still regulated. It doesn't make a difference whether it's a Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Honda, whatever the hell it is. They're all the same cars with just a different sticker slapped on them. It's not so much like F1. I mean, obviously there are the good racing teams in NASCAR, but it's a lot closer.
Yeah,
competition-wise.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if that one little bit of, I guess that maybe that makes a millisecond difference, perhaps, having that up against the window or whatever in the hole.
He did qualify first overall while wearing the glove.
That's crazy. I'm trying to think if there's a picture of him. I'm looking
I tried
for.
to watch your F1 this weekend, dude. I can't watch a race where dudes winning by 11 seconds. I got so
Dude,
bored.
bro, you're preaching to the choir on that one, bro. I was I was so excited for it, thinking that maybe they'd done some changes to the other cars to figure out how to keep up with him, something. And it was just literally a repeat of last season with a bunch of. They changed half the team names and half the team colors, so it was hard to even keep track of which team was which at this point. It just sucked. It sucked so bad. I was so fucking disappointed about that race because my mom and I love F1, and it's like a little bonding thing for the two of us. And I think she felt the same way. She's just kind of like, this isn't even worth watching. It's not fun at all. So I don't blame you for not being into it.
I'm gonna keep giving it a try, though. I told you I give it a season.
All right, good stuff. Well, I still owe you some. Well, I started watching all your podcasts and stuff. I just haven't made the turn.
Yeah, dude, that's
into
good enough
UFC
right there. I mean,
yet.
shit, you've been watching some UFC fighting too. You're picking up a lot of new things.
I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to get my head out of the sand, man.
Kill Tony tonight's gonna be hilarious with Joe List. Just a heads up.
Who is that?
Joe List is the guest tonight. New York comedian. He's fucking hilarious.
Joe List. All right.
He's got a really small mouth, big head.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I'm
Kind of
looking
looks
at
like
a
that
picture.
teacher from South Park.
All right. Well, I'll check it out. We'll see. Does he have any like famous viral bits or anything like that, or?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. Fair
Just
enough.
a long-standing resident New York comedian.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll be watching that later on. I don't know if I'll watch it tonight because I like to save it for tomorrow. Give me something to watch while I'm door dashing. So I might hold off. Might hold off till tomorrow. So, Mikey, what do you think about the breaking news? Well, the breaking news that everybody knew was coming. The Denver Broncos have released Russell Wilson no longer riding in Broncos country.
An $85 million cap hit, dude.
Man, how much do they hate that guy there? I mean, my God, Sean Payton.
$85 million. Dude, you take his cap hit and the second and third biggest dead cap hits of all time. You add those together and you don't even get to $85 million.
Yeah, and I know that's across
Matt
two.
Ryan and Aaron Rodgers were the two biggest dead cap hits at number 2 and number 3. You add theirs together, it's only $80 million. It's unreal how much they hate this dude.
Yep, it's crazy. Well, it all kind of, the writing was on the wall earlier in the season.
I think it's just a pissing contest between Peyton and him.
That's what I was just going to say. The writing was on the season when Peyton laid. I mean, Russell Wilson's a 30-some-year-old dude, and the way he's screaming at him, Sean Payton screaming at him like he's some kind of high school player or whatever.
Yeah, you never saw him screaming at Drew Brees like that.
No, I don't think he would. Well, yeah. Well, what are you saying? Why do you think he would yell at Russell? Just because Russell's an idiot, or I don't know.
I just think they butted heads.
Yeah.
I think that Russell's got his way. All the articles that we read about him having his little office and hard to reach, and every communication goes through his people rather than him. I just feel like Russell is. I don't know. We'll see where he lands. If he lands, we'll see where he lands.
Well, there's a couple different spots that I saw.
I don't believe all this hoopla about Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta and Minnesota signing Russell or anything like that.
I just saw Kirk that he would just hit free agents and he would go somewhere potentially because he's the man when it comes to free agency. He's a boss. But there were rumors that if he just does go to free agency, that Minnesota obviously would be one of the people who's interested in him. Then there's Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely.
Atlanta also might be interested in Russell because they got a lot of playmakers. They got Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Drake London. They got a bunch of playmakers on their team. They just need somebody that can be a, quote, game manager. I know that's not a cool phrase after Brock Purdy had got all butthurt about it.
That's what they need for guys like that. They need a Russell Wilson that can dink and dunk in a small little West Coast offense. Get the ball out quick to Pitts and Bijan and everybody like that to make plays happen. So you don't need to be worrying about waiting 4 to 6 seconds in the pocket to get the ball down the field.
Yeah, hit Kyle Pitts in some open space, get Bijan the ball out there and little swing passes, and then catch Drake going long after everybody comes up to stop those two. Seems pretty simple to me. So, all right.
I want Russell to go to Atlanta. I don't want him in Minnesota. I want Kirk back so bad it's not even funny.
Well,
Kirk got his grills last week, posted on an Instagram.
I saw that. I did see that. Hold on, let me pull that up. Hold on, Kirk Cousins grill. That was actually a really good picture.
Yep. They don't take Cole's cash.
Where'd it go? Oh, it actually pulled up a grill.
And him out there.
Yeah, him grilling. Literally, it's what it pulled up. Here's Kirk Cousins with his fucking new grill. Those things look so. I don't know about that gold grill. It actually looks kind of gross. I know it's like
Justin Jefferson hit him up first comment down there was, those look nice, but next time we got to get the diamonds for you.
Yeah, I agree. He should get some diamonds put in there because that just looks, I don't know, it just looks like a dude who got all his teeth knocked out, could only afford gold teeth.
It looks like, what's that dude from James Bond?
James Bond, yeah. Him and Kanye should hang out with their Kanye and his titanium flat grill.
That don't look that good, Kirk.
No, it's a bad one. But no, here's what I heard with Russell, that he's going to end up with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mikey. That's the rumor I'm hearing. Chad Ochocinco verified it. He said he heard from a little birdie that he was going to be taking over in Pittsburgh since Trubisky is gone and Mason Rudolph is a chump. They decided to...
And Pickett's
Kenny Pickett. I forgot all about Kenny Pickett. Shit, I totally forgot about him. I completely forgot. He was so lackluster last year during the times he played. I completely forgot about him. Yep. I guess that means Russell. You think? Well, they would let Russell Tomlin to be like, yeah, I'll let you fight for the starting job. Hell yeah, just to challenge Pickett, if nothing else. Shit, Kenny Pickett. I was just looking for an excuse to play the video of Mason Rudolph getting hit over the head by Myles Garrett. That's really all I wanted to show is when he threw him down, and Rudolph started grabbing helmets first. Let's not forget. And then he says the N-word to him, and thunk. I love that video. It's so great. Can you believe that? Like, to this day, can you believe that fucking happened? I can't.
That's one of the most unique plays in the NFL that I've seen, other than the gave him the business type of deal. But he ripped that helmet right off his head.
And then bonked him with it. Bonked him with the fucking helmet. It's insane. All right, my dude. Well, it's good to talk to you, man. Are you doing good?
Yeah, absolutely. Doing good, brother. Doing
awesome.
Good, man.
Keep it up, my man. I will talk to you. And if I don't talk to you sooner, have fun with Kill Tony tonight. We'll talk about tomorrow.
No doubt, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, bro. I trust Ochocinco, and I believe that Russell Wilson's going to end up on the Pittsburgh Steelers at this point. But again, who knows what's going to happen? Either way, the AFC, if he ends up being the quarterback in Pittsburgh, think about the AFC North. You got Lamar Jackson for the Ravens, Deshaun Watson for the Browns, maybe if he's not hurt, who knows? Joe Burrow for the Bengals, who's back. And then potentially Russell Wilson for the Steelers. That's some fucking big name ass shit for the fucking for the AFC North. Let's see here, but they still got to get through Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce for sure. So there's a lot to get through there in the AFC. I don't care who's quarterback and where, as long as Patrick Mahomes is out there. It's going to be hard to win the AFC. But speaking of Travis Kelce, that brings me other breaking news from the NFL world. Philadelphia Eagles center and podcast star Jason Kelce, he's officially retired from the NFL today. Actually have a video of that. Pull that up for you guys in case you didn't get a chance to see this. And you know Jason Kelce, he's always entertaining, so it's worth a watch. I know it's not your typical anything with Jason Kelce in it is not your typical anything. So here we go. Here's Jason Kelce's retirement speech from the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFL.
Thanks for coming, guys. We'll see how long this lasts.
I love this guy. He made it. Let's see. I am at 10 seconds. But let's see. It actually didn't start until 5 seconds. So he made it less than 5 seconds before he started
see how
crying.
long this lasts.
I love this guy. Look at him just trying to decide. Oh, man. This is so hard. Do I read it?
Not a good start. There you go. I won't forget the call I got from Andy Reid on draft day and my father rushing into the room. With tears streaming down his face as his son's dreams had just been realized. It had just been announced on TV I had been drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. And I won't forget 2 years later, that same man.
What a pussy. Who
And
cries?
my brother receiving a call.
God, what kind of man cries?
And him being drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. This time, the tears streaming down both my father and I's face as my brother had just realized his own. I won't forget falling short to the Chiefs and the conflicted feeling of immense heart.
That choke up right there sounded familiar. Sounded like from this day forward.
As my brother had just realized his own. I won't forget falling short to the Chiefs and the conflicted feeling of immense heartbreak I had selfishly.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
For myself and for my teammates. And at the same time, the amount of pride
Oh, wow. Man. He's really going. He's fucking sobbing.
I had that my brother had climbed the mountaintop once again. And so this all brings us here to today, where I announce that I am retiring.
Jeez, it took you long enough.
Where I announce I am retiring from the NFL after 13 seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles. Thank you, Philadelphia. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me represent this city and allowing me into your homes every Sunday. Growing up.
Anyway, that's enough. So there's actually, I don't know what happened to it. Apparently I lost the video I was getting ready to play here. I had a video of him. Where did that video go? So how did I not pull this video? So half the fucking reason I pulled this was to pull this video. All right, hold on one sec. Give me a second. Oh, you know what? It's going to be fast for me to download it. Copy. Download. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Download this video. Do. Jason Kelce's a crybaby. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Uno momento. Here we go. The best part of the retirement speech, I didn't play in that one right there. The best part of the retirement speech is when he talks about his quarterback, Nick Foles, and what happened during the Super Bowl with the Philly special play.
I won't forget Nick Foles having the game of his life on the biggest stage possible. And the biggest dick on the team going up to Doug Peterson and asking for the Philly special. And Doug Peterson having the biggest balls in the stadium.
God, every single thing he says, he's crying about.
Say, yeah, let's do it.
God, I know how that is, though, guys. Being a guy who gets emotional and cries a lot, man, I know how that is. You start getting on a run there, man. Like, B1's seen it with me, and you guys have seen it, obviously, too. But, like, when I get rolling, man, especially big football season. Beginning of football season, I cried the beginning of football season. B1 watches it. The very end of football season, right before the Super Bowl this year, I started crying because football was getting ready to end. And I'm getting choked up right now just thinking about it. I love that stupid fucking game so much. It's so dumb, but I miss it. Yeah, I miss it every day. I think about football and playing football and missing playing football every single day. It is the dumbest, lamest thing in the world, but it was some of the times, some of the best times in my life, some of the worst times too. We lost a lot, but even when we were losing, it was still some of the best times in my life, man. So I miss it, man. I miss the camaraderie. I miss the actual just game itself, playing the game, putting on the pads, going out there on the field, the smell of the grass, the lights, the fucking mist in the air, all that shit. Of course, I only played on Friday nights, so that's how it went for me. No Saturday or Sunday stuff where it's not hot and misty or whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. But again, yeah, I didn't know a big, huge career or anything like that, but I loved it. It was my whole life. It was my whole world. It was everything and I miss it so much that I actually think about like joining a, well, I don't know if I actually consider it because I've seen some of these old dude, they call them semi-pro leagues, but it's just a bunch of old dudes playing adult tackle football, wearing full uniforms and full pads and helmets and everything. Now, I have seen some of the pictures, dude. Some of the guys in these pictures are actually, or in some of these teams, are actually pretty jacked. They're actually like dudes that just didn't make it in college and didn't make it to the NFL. Their college career was over, so they just go do that. So some of those dudes are actually pretty good athletes, but then some of them are just big, giant, fat pieces of shit. Like there's some, 350, 400-pound guys on the line with their guts sticking out so far the jerseys are like rolling up to their belly or whatever. But I mean, the idea of it seems fun, but I know deep down it's super lame. Like I think about people looking at me from the outside who are like, you play adult tackle football? What the fuck is wrong with you? And I would get hurt in one practice. I would overexert myself somehow. I would try to plant and do some sort of fucking move to try to get, like, as I would want to play defensive line or linebacker, and I would try to do some sort of move, some sort of, edge rusher move where you got to be all Gumby and do a dip or something, and I'd try to plant off one of my bad knees and fucking thing will just crumple like a fucking tinfoil, and that'll be it. So, yeah, that would be, look at like I think I've blown my knee out now 5 or 6 times. So I think I'm done with any kind of actual real sports. I was just talking to B1 earlier today. I think, because I just had my birthday, and I can't remember if it was 2 years or 3 years ago where I was in the bathroom. I got out of the shower. I just done a bunch of cleaning in the bathroom. So a lot of like lingering cleaning spray smell in there and stuff. Right? It was weird. I took a shower, and I even remember when I was in the shower, I was like, God, it's really like, smell a lot of fucking cleaner in here. Like I didn't air it out very well. And then I got out of the shower. I did a big stretch. And then while I was in that big stretch, usually when I do that, when I'm standing up, I get a little lightheaded when I do that big stretch like that. And I just, I catch it real quick when I get lightheaded. But apparently that time when I got out of the shower, I did not get lightheaded, or I did not. Hush, hush, hush. Hush. There's nobody here. Apparently, Bean Arena, baby, there's nobody here. Come here. Apparently I did get lightheaded so much to the point where I actually passed out. And when I passed out, I actually crumpled my legs underneath me and rolled up my knees and blew out my knees. And that's like 2 or 3 years ago now. And my knee is still not normal from that. And the doctor was like, oh, yeah, you can just live with what it is. So pretty sure I think I tore cartilage and partial tear of one of my ligaments in that one. So that was a lot of fun. So anyway, Travis Kelce was there to say goodbye to Jason. If you guys are big Travis Kelce fans, did I pull that? Did I forget to pull that? Because I forgot to pull the other one. Did I pull this one? Believe I did, guys. Doo-doo head. There he is. So Travis Kelce was there watching his brother Pretty nice picture. You see Travis getting emotional as Taylor's boyfriend, as we like to refer to him as now.
And he yelled at me. He said, "You run this exercise the best you can. Lead
Sitting
from
there
the
with
front.
sunglasses on inside. What a douche. God, he's such a douche. He's such a meathead douche. I'm so shocked that that chick is into him. It really is surprising to me. He's such a meathead, and she's such a like fucking poet. It's so weird. Speaking of that, her new album comes out in a month and a half, just to remind you. Quickly, back to the NFL and Jason Kelce. The NFL has said that they are now, Jason Kelce's famous play from the Philadelphia Eagles, the tush push. The NFL's been having meetings regarding the tush push. And it looks like the NFL and Roger Goodell has decided that they are going to keep the tush push in the NFL. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I love that play as a lineman. It's one of the cooler plays, like a big rugby scrum. But I wonder if it's actually going to matter if it's because nobody else can do it except the Eagles. And if you take Jason Kelce out of that equation, I don't know if even the Eagles are going to be able to do it because that fucking guy gets on the ground like a fucking alligator and fucking moves people on the ground. Like, I don't understand how he gets so low. I mean, I know low man wins, but he's so low that I don't know how he gets the momentum or inertia to get somebody moving. So, either way, tush push sticks around, and Jason Kelce is out. But I don't think he's gone. Obviously, he's got his podcast. If you still like him for that, I tried to listen to that podcast. I like Jason Kelce. I can only handle so much of Travis Kelce going, hell yeah. Yeah, bruh. Hell yeah, bruh. That's what's up, bruh. Right on, bro. Yeah, fuck yeah, bruh. So that's a lot of what that is. So that's kind of hard to watch for me. Even though I like Taylor's boyfriend for the most part, I love him as a football player for sure. Podcast host, not so much. But anyway, Jason Kelce is going to end up in one of the booths for Fox or CBS or Amazon Prime or something like that. Or doing, maybe not in the booth, but doing a lot of like some sort of pregame stuff or anything like that. But I think he's got the potential to become like the next kind of like John Madden. If he's not too tired and beat up from just years of just getting the shit beat out of him and his head banged so much. But I feel like he has the personality and the love of football enough to be like the next John Madden kind of commentator. The booms, all that, the extra enthusiasm, the eating the turduckens. Like, I could really see Jason Kelce kind of falling into that. And if the people at Fox and CBS or whoever might hire him doesn't see that, they're fucking stupid. Because I think you're actually going to be very good at it. So, actually I have two quick football stories. So, one last actual football story. The NFL has decided that they are going to well, not officially. It looks like they're going to take on the XFL's kickoff rules, which I'm a little conflicted about. Here's a picture of how they line up. So, obviously, normally, the guys in the blue there that are down here on the 35-yard line would be on the 35-yard line of the other side. Anyway, I don't feel like getting into the kickoff rules with everybody, but here's how it looks like it would be moving forward. They kick the ball off. These guys are 5 yards apart. They run as fast as they can into each other at a 5-yard distance, blast each other, and try to make the blue team would then try to go tackle the kick returner. I got to be honest with you, I would much rather see that than a bunch of fucking touchbacks. Because right now, it's just, it's just touchback after touchback after touchback for the kickoff. They got to figure something out for that. So, I'm actually okay. I'm actually okay with them changing the kickoff to this new thing. And I know there's another weird thing they're trying to do with special teams. With the onside kick for special teams. Some major changes to the way the onside kick would rules. Let's see. Onside kicks. Team would only be allowed to attempt onside kicks while trailing in the fourth quarter, and they would have to announce the onside kick ahead of time. Why? What? There were only 2 surprise onside kicks last season, but one of the most pivotal plays in Super Bowl 44 between the Colts and the Saints was New Orleans' surprise onside kick to open the second half. Yeah, that's what makes it fucking awesome. That's what makes it great. Why would they fucking take that out? Why would you have to report that? Oh, it's so fucking stupid. Oh my God, that is so fucking dumb. The NFL makes some of the dumber rules I've ever seen. Like, what? Who are they keeping safe with that dumb rule? Oh my God, it's ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. Ay. Secret ADS Mod says, well, that takes the fun right out of onside kicks. No shit. You are absolutely right. I don't know what the fuck they are thinking with that. Why would you fucking tell the other team that you're getting... Obviously, if you line up in the obvious onside kick formation, obviously, you know it's coming. But if you line up in the full, spread formation like you're going to kick it down the field, well, then you could fucking... but I guess you would have... How do you do that with the new kickoff setup where they'd be down the field lined up against it? Oh, I don't know. How do you do that then? Well, I'm conflicted because I love onside kicks. I love when they do onside kicks. Even though half the time 99% of the time they don't work. I still love a good onside kick. So, man, I don't know what they're going to do about that. Maybe one of the wiser people here will let us know. For Loco Frank, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
Hey, Dom. I might be watching the wrong one, but I say let those motherfuckers run as fast as they can into each other. If you see a broken leg sticking out the side of a leg, that's what football is, right?
Yeah, you're watching the right one, Frank. You're on point. So Frank, I'm going to be honest with you. I used to be the same way. I want to see the biggest collision I could see, and I want to see somebody not get up from it. That was how I was about football. I want to see wide receivers going across the middle and safeties laying them out. I loved all that.
Yeah.
But in the first couple of years without all that, I really fucking hated the way the NFL was. But recently, over the past year and a half, I've kind of grown to like the fact that they took all the excessive hitting out of the game has allowed us to have the best players on the field most of the time, which makes for better football, in my opinion. And I know that's the NFL's line about it, but I agree with that. I really one big hit. I'd much rather have 30 plays with better players versus one big hit. Now, don't get me wrong.
I want to see blood.
You know what I do like?
Blood.
Yeah, I like. So I watch Good Morning Football on the NFL Network, and they have a segment on there called Angry Runs. And that is about running backs just punishing defenders. It just, them running them over, stiff arming, stuff like that. Now that
like
is
Derrick
where
Henry and shit.
Exactly right. That's where Najee Harris, I think, won it this year. He was like the angry runner of the year. But yeah, that gets my, that makes my dick hard, dude. Like watching a running back run a dude over. I fucking love that shit, dude. I seriously, man, I get boned up for that shit. I love it. So I don't, I almost like that more than a defenseless hit like we used to see with, like I said, a wide receiver going across the middle and taking a blast from some dude. I used to love that. Now I'd much rather see a running back just put his head down or his hand out and just obliterate somebody. But hey, don't get me wrong. A nice
guy just running and just getting mauled, just getting laid the fuck out. That's football, man.
It was for the longest time. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. It was for the longest time. That's how I felt. But I'm not really sure how the game can't last.
How they go forward.
Yeah, they can't. Well, the game can't last doing that. Somebody's going to get killed. The way this game is, the speed at which they're running now.
I'm good with that.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see players get killed on the field. I want to see somebody play football and catch touchdowns and run for touchdowns and make good tackles and good blocking, good tackling.
It's like what's that show? It's like Twisted Metal or something where if somebody dies, that's sweet. Fuck. I mean, these motherfuckers make $5 million a year. They know the risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know the risk, but I don't think
you got guys making $20 a year, risking their lives. You know what I mean? And
no, I know you're right. There's guys working at stamping plants making $25 an hour that are risking getting their hands stopped off every day. I understand your point, but again, there are OSHA regulations. There's all kinds of stuff put in place to try to make sure those people don't get hurt. So it's only fair that we do it for the millionaire athletes as well. I think killing people.
That's not fair. No, you make millions of dollars a year. You assume the risk.
I think Frank, I think that's going a little far, but like you've heard me say probably in the past, like if you're an NFL player and your wife's pregnant and it's a Sunday and you got to pick going to see the baby or going to play ball, you better go play fucking football. As far as I'm concerned, because you get paid millions of dollars a year. You can miss that fucking baby's birth. Somebody can fucking record her pushing that kid out and fucking go catch some footballs, buddy. All right.
Or just you look up a baby getting born on YouTube. You can see the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Frank, you got anything else for me tonight?
I wanted to ask you something.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you something. A little bit off topic, maybe.
Okay.
So I know you do the delivering food thing, right? What's it, Ubers or DoorDashes?
Yep.
Yeah. So I woke up the other day. I took the dog out 6 o'clock in the morning, and there's a McDonald's order sitting on my doorstep. I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? And I look at it, and there's no name on it, there's no phone number on it. So what am I supposed to do? And it's all frozen at this point. You know, it sat out for
like came the night
5
before.
hours.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't order. I've never put anything on them. I've never put any of my cards on the internet.
So you think your neighbor?
What do you think?
Your neighbor ordered something, and the DoorDash driver put it on the wrong porch and took a picture of it. And I don't know if do you live far from your neighbors, like enough that they can't just get outside and walk over to grab it off your porch?
No, I live
pretty
close to my neighbors. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the driver just totally shit the bed and put it somewhere nowhere near where it was supposed to go. Because like, I've had it here. Like when I order stuff, they'll my number is say 123. They'll put it at 456 instead. You know what I'm saying? So, and I gotta walk over and grab it. But if it's too far away,
what do you think I should have done? So like I'm 456, and it should have been at 123.
All right, so now I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, so you found it at 6 o'clock in the morning. You argue that it probably had been sitting there for probably 5 or 6 hours, probably at that point. What were we talking about here? What's in the order?
It was a fillet of fish, a large fry, and a large Coke.
Right in the garbage.
The large Coke was frozen solid.
That whole thing goes right in the garbage. Filet of fish from McDonald's, right in the fucking trash. We're talking Big Mac.
But is that because it's a filet of fish or because
both? Combo of both. If it was a Big Mac that had been left out overnight, I'll guzzle that motherfucker. That's called a come up, buddy.
You're eating the frozen Big Mac.
I'm throwing that motherfucker in the microwave for 10 seconds, taking the chill off it, and then eating the hell out of that motherfucker. Especially if it was all sealed shut, because they seal those fuckers on the DoorDash thing, so nobody got into it. That's it. Everything else would get pitched. I wouldn't drink the Coke, obviously, because it's a big frozen solid thing. The fries, you can't reheat McDonald's fries. But a filet of fish, No fucking way. You can't eat a cold fillet of fish. That's just fucking gross. Although my dad
Even if
used
it
to
was
do
a
that.
nice warm fillet of fish, you're still throwing that in the trash, right?
My
You
dad
just
used
don't
to
like
eat.
fillet of fish.
I would probably eat a fillet of fish if somebody gave it to me free and it was like hot and right out of McDonald's, like fresh at McDonald's is like, here, you want to try a fillet of fish, fresh, hot, right out of the thing? I'd be like, yeah, I'll probably take a couple bites of it and probably be done with it. But no, I grew up, my dad loves fish. So I used to have to go to school stinking like fish some days because my parents would be like frying fish or making fish in the house. And so I would just walk in the house just reeking like, or school stinking like fish. It was the worst. Yeah, so I understand the fillet of fish dilemma. Did you eat the fillet of fish, Frank?
Oh, I don't know. It was rock hard. I mean,
So no,
it
you
was
did
frozen. So,
not. You did not eat it? No,
what am I
okay.
gonna? I mean, if I had bit into that, I'd have broke my tooth. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, you could have
I
nuked
just
it.
wondered from the DoorDash side of it, what do you do? It's not like I can call DoorDash, right?
Oh yeah, no, you're. I
And be
mean,
like,
well, you. I mean, I guess you could, but what's the point? Because the person that didn't get their food, they already complained to DoorDash and said, "Yo, dipshit took a picture." Because the guy, when you deliver the food, you take a picture of it when you just leave it there. So the person who was
Yeah.
doing their order looked at their phone and went, "That's not my fucking door. What the fuck?" And then they they reported it to DoorDash, and then they just got their money back. That's all there is to it.
I don't mind giving whoever wanted it their food back, but if it takes more than about 90 seconds, you know what I mean? I'm going to spend more than 90 seconds giving you your stuff back? No.
No, you don't need to. No, I'm not saying you should do anything. I'm talking about the person that didn't get their food would make. Anyway, never mind. All right, For Loco Frank.
Yeah.
Sorry you got cold fish on your doorstep. There's nothing worse than cold fish on your
For
doorstep.
free.
You always want.
For free.
Hey, at least if it's some hot fish, you know what I'm saying? At least you can still get your dick wet. But anyway, I'm sorry. All right, For Loco Frank. It's good talking to you, bro.
Have a good one, Dom.
You too, bro. Adios. Okay. Let's see here. I just noticed what time it is. So we are going to do this. We're going to take a quickie. When we come back from break, we talked about it last week. There was a lady in the news. Let's see where she's at. What's her name here? Jenny Duvander. Jenny Duvander, however you do, Jenny Duvander. She's an Oregon woman. She has been named the Guinness World Record holder for the world's largest female tongue. And I believe that I can come close to, if not beat, this woman's tongue size. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to do some tongue exercises, and then I am going to, let's see, do I have it out here? What do I do with it? I do. It's right here. Then I don't know if you noticed in the picture, they have some dental floss. I have some dental floss here, Reach, America's #1 selling floss. I have some Reach here. When we come back from break, I'm going to get a Sharpie, and I think a Sharpie is how I would do it, or do I tie a little knot? But I feel like that would tighten it. Well, we'll get into it when we come back. When we come back, I'm going to take this dental floss, I'm going to wrap it around my giant fat cow tongue, and we're going to measure it and see if I come close to the woman's Guinness World Record, because my tongue looked just like hers in that picture. I mean, mine looks just like that. So, and she's a woman, so she's obviously a little smaller than me, right? So I'm thinking her head's probably smaller, mouth probably smaller, everything's a little smaller on her. So my tongue is probably bigger than hers. Now, I don't know what the men's record is. If anything else, I'll be happy just beating the women's record. So we'll get the measurement. We'll see if I beat the women's record. And then if I do beat the women's record, we'll check out the men's record. and see how close I am to it. And then we'll talk about how I could potentially get to the point where I could beat the record, because there are some tips in here from the lady on how I could beat it if I don't already have it, which I think I might have it. So we're going to take a quick break. We come back from the break. We are going to measure my tongue to see if I can get into the Guinness Book of World Records. And then we will, I got a couple other things to talk about, some videos to show, and then that's it. So if you've not already hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, hey, take a second and hit the thumbs up for me. I greatly appreciate it if you'd like tonight's video. And we'll, hey, second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Take your kids, give them some dental floss, send them in the other room, tell them to tie off their tongues, see how long they, no, don't tie off their tongues, don't do that. Just, wrap it up. See if they have a big fat cow tongue like your old pal Dom. You never know. Maybe your kid could end up in some sort of freak show like me. But second hour is always happy hour. Like I said, throw those kids in the other room. Get yourself a little drinky drink, a little mokey moke, and we'll be right back on Another Dumb Show. Hang on. Welcome back to another dumb show, issue number 188. God damn, I gotta bring that down faster. So good to have you guys back with me. 844 hit dumb 844-448-3862. That is the number to call. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm a fucking dipshit. So I got this fucking I got the floss, right? And the goal and the idea is I'm gonna take the floss, like the picture here. Where'd she go? Where's this lady at? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Talked about it before the break. I want to show this lady. I want to do what this lady's doing here. I'm gonna measure my giant cow tongue because I have this big fat cow tongue just like hers. I talked about it before the break. So I got some floss. Right? So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wrap it around my tongue. I'm gonna measure it. Now the thing is about dental floss, it doesn't have inch markers on it or centimeter markers on it. So, which I knew when I ordered the floss. So I said to myself, well, I know what I can do when I do the measuring. Obviously there's no measuring on floss, so I'll take the floss, I'll do around my tongue, I'll snip it off, and I'll mark how, like I was gonna wrap it around my tongue. Got this Sharpie, I was gonna dot the spot where it wrapped around from, so we get like an even measurement, and then measure the floss. Go to my little drawer, my junk drawer. Junk drawer's got everything in it, right? Everything you need in the junk drawer. Go to the junk drawer. What's not in my junk drawer? That's always in my junk drawer. Always in my junk drawer. It's this stupid fucking purple ruler. It's just always there. It's this little rubbery ass ruler. Just gets stuck in the side of the junk drawer. It's always there. It's always there. It's always there. It's annoying because it's just there, and it's just annoying. It's there. I go to get it today. It's not there. Not there, guys. It's not there. So, we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to measure it anyway. I'm going to mark it. Then we'll save it for tomorrow. And then if we have to do a remeasure, we'll do a fucking remeasure. Irish Ronnie says, just got here late. What's going on with our guy? He looks off. I'm disappointed right now. I did something stupid, Irish Ronnie. I don't have something I needed for this measurement of the cow tongue because, you know, we have the lady from last week. What's her name? Wait, what's that? Hold on. I'm getting a text. I'm wondering if that's B1 telling me that she knows where the ruler is. Ooh, she's got a tape measure. Yeah, bring your tape measure over, B1. Let me go unlock the door so she could come in. B1's going to do it. Yes. All right, hold on. Let me open the door. All right, let me unlock the door for her. All right, so the door's unlocked. Okay, perfect. So, all right, so let's do this. I will have her bring that over. Yes, please, B1, bring that over so I can measure the markings on dental floss. Okay, problem solved, fixed. Now, what kind of man doesn't have a dental floss, or dental floss? a lot of them. Jeffrey LaRoque, no dental floss. Anyway, I have dental picks, by the way. I don't have floss. That's why I had to order some because I use the picks. Anyway, what kind of man doesn't have a tape measure? The kind of man who leaves his toolbox on the floor in the laundry room right next to where the cats like to pee. And apparently the cats decided that either the cat litter wasn't clean enough or whatever, or just got confused, or they're just assholes. But one of the cats decided to piss all over my tools in my toolbox. So I actually have no tools right now. I have no tape measure. I think I have one wrench left, a couple screwdrivers, and a drill. That's the extent of all the tools I have. So cats really fucked me on that one. So all right, so B1's going to get that tape measure. I will wait for her to get the tape measure over here. In the meantime, let's see what else I had to talk about. I got 8 million windows open, guys. Hang on. Close that. Close that. Back. There we go. Okay. Okay, so B1 is coming here. She's going to drop off the tape measure now. Speaking of B1, I spent Sunday with her. She came over, and I mentioned that I didn't watch all of the NASCAR race. That is because B1 ended up coming over. And you guys know I love Megan Thee Stallion, right? Like a lot. Like I really like super talented ass. She's talented. She's gorgeous. One of the most banging bodies you'll ever see. But guys, she's number one. The Stallion, outside of B1, B1's number one. But we're talking celebs. Everybody's got their number one. Stallion's been number one for me for a minute. Number ones have changed a lot over the years. Usually a time-driven thing, or changes with the times. You had Kathy Ireland back in the day. Remember Kathy Ireland? She looks pretty rough right now. I just saw a picture of her today. She looks pretty rough. That's understandable. She's getting older. Elle McPherson, loved her for a long time. Australian beauty. Naomi Campbell, beautiful black British lady, gorgeous. One of the most beautiful skins you ever see. Lots of number ones over the years. Bar Raffaele. Had it bad for Bar. Liked her a lot. You'll notice most of them are Sports Illustrated models, because that's where most of my perversion came from, was watching most of those Sports Illustrated models. And you guys don't remember this one? You guys remember her? Remember Kate Upton? She was my number one for a while. Here's Kate Upton. All right, so you don't even need them. You don't even need sound for that. You can, you could actually, you could tell. You can tell what that's all about there. We can. Want to slow-mo that? Let's slow-mo that. Man, that's some bouncing. This is some good natties right there, right? Healthy naturals. Anyway, so loved Kate Upton for the longest time. Like I said, lately it's been Megan Thee Stallion. And then, of course, B1, of course. Hook a brother up. Here, can you just hand it to me so I don't have to take my headphones off? Thank you. It's not in there. I already looked. Thank you. I'll see you later. All right. Big ups to B1 for bringing that over. It's not in there. What's the point? I got this. You're just distracting me. I got it. I'm good to go. Thank you. She's looking. She's literally looking in the place that I just looked. She brought me the thing I needed to fix it, and then started looking for the thing that. Get out of here. Thank you. I'll give it back to you. I'll bring it back. Okay, so. She's loving on the dog. Okay. I had to wait for her to get out of here before I went into this next thing. Perfect. She's on her way home, so not watching. So, okay, so Megan Thee Stallion's totally, she's not falling off by any means. She's banging ass. I still love Megan Thee Stallion. However, I mean, you can go to Megan Thee Stallion's Instagram if you don't believe me. I don't need to pull it up, but I would show it to you, but I'm in a hurry because, guys, there might be a new number one. Guys, I spent Sunday with my jaw just completely dropped open watching Saturday Night Live. I am a big fan of the person who hosted SNL this past weekend, Sydney Sweeney, who I do believe might be my new number one. Why did that not save? I know I know where it is. Here is. So, if those of you who don't know who Sydney Sweeney is, she was on Euphoria, and she was in Madam Web, which nobody saw. But here's a little promo that SNL did about, getting ready to let everybody know she was coming on the show. So you can see here. Whoa. All right. So Sydney Sweeney may have moved into the new number one spot as far as celebrity crushes go, because that's some pretty incredible stuff right there. So big ups to SNL for bringing her on. And really, it's not about SNL. You guys know me. I love, and it's funny because I sat there watching this whole thing with B1 on SNL, and we watched it on Sunday together. And she kept having to do this because, like, I just sat there with my jaw open, just drooling everywhere. But I just got even because she came over and watched the Saltburn Jacob Elordi episode of SNL. Where all she did was look at that big Frankenstein ass dude with her nipples out and a little snatch all wet. So we're even. Okay, sat there a little chubbed up, but no, I'm just kidding. Outside of that, there were funny skits. I love Bowen Yang on there. He's the Asian dude that's on SNL who's he's gay as the day is long, but he fucking owns it, and it's part of his act, and it's fucking hilarious. There was a sketch where he pretended to be straight with her, which is fucking hilarious. They did one with Sydney and Bowen as they were both Hooters waitresses, which was fucking hilarious and really great to see her in a Hooters outfit. But honestly, the thing I like, going back to the Hooters outfit, that might be what I like about Sydney Sweeney, is it like, she's one of these Hollywood actresses who actually embraces her boobs and like Sofia Vergara. That's one of the reasons I like her boobs and I like her personality, but she knows she has boobs and she knows that her boobs are part of kind of what like got her where she is. I hate to say that. It's a horrible sexist thing to say, but Sydney Sweeney even made a joke about how, if all these different paths to becoming a star didn't work out, show your boobs. You know what I mean? So I like that. She owns it. She doesn't try to hide them. Like I said, admits her boobs have helped her get roles. So I admire her greatly and her boobs. All right, speaking about boob, I got one other story, two other stories that I can't go out of order now. It's not going to make any sense, and we'll get to the tongue here in a minute. But again, more about boobs. Apparently, some OnlyFans models have taken to Instagram to promote their OnlyFans accounts in a pretty clever way. Instagram, Twitter, you can do whatever you want. There's hardcore fucking porn on Twitter. I mean, there are people, I can't believe, like, I search, it's so funny, like, I'll go to search for something on Twitter that's, like, timely in the news to try to find the video for it or whatever. And there's always a picture of a guy with his dick. Like, no matter what, like, they just hashtag them and their dick to whatever the big story is. Like, I don't know, whatever. I don't even know what I looked up today. Some story on Twitter I looked for. And it was just a guy with his dick because he had hashtagged whatever I was searching. So, not porn stuff really either. I'm looking for news stories. It was like a video. What the fuck was the video I was looking for? It doesn't matter. But it had nothing to do with dicks. And it's just a guy with his big hard cock. Anyway, you can do whatever you want on Twitter. But Instagram has a no nudity policy. It's pretty strict. Like, you've seen chicks been on there talking about freeing the nipple and whatnot. And YouTube has a no nudity policy, obviously. But one thing that Instagram and YouTube both do allow is breastfeeding. So these OnlyFans models have gone on and started posting themselves breastfeeding babies. And in fact, because, breastfeeding is okay here on YouTube, we can show this. Breastfeeding is okay. So there's these couple Instagram models. And you'll notice one of them has the nipple blurred out. Here's the thing. Those aren't real babies. These chicks have dolls that they're using that they're putting up to their Hooters and taking pictures so they can show their tits on Instagram and get away with it because they're breastfeeding. Fucking genius. I love chicks. I love chicks that love to show their boobs. I love it. What geniuses. And then there's this bitch who comments on it. Have you lost all sense of shame? Using breastfeeding and a fake baby for likes and money is disrespectful on so many levels. You know what's disrespectful, bitch? Because you didn't think of it. Because it's a way around it. These girls can get money and likes on Instagram now and not just OnlyFans. They're working the system. I'm sure they're on Twitter doing it all. And now they figured out a way to free the nipple officially on Instagram. So, hey, kudos to they're frontiers women. Okay, they're on the new frontier of internet porn. I don't know. Anyway, I just think it's great. Like I said, I love chicks that I love a good chick that likes to show her boobs, man. There's nothing wrong with that. It's great. And speaking of chicks showing her boobs, I know B1 still has her OnlyFans site up and running for all you pervs out there. Some guy sent some awful nasty comment on there going, does B1 still, I can't, some nasty comment about B1 on OnlyFans. But it was essentially a, let me post this and hopefully somebody will reply to it with the link to it. It was the way it was kind of setting it up. So anyway, so when I was like, when she was living here and she first got her OnlyFans and we first, that all first came up, before I I was always trying to think of ways that she could get it to grow. And I don't mean like besides the obvious doing hardcore porn or anything like that, which if she ever decides she wanted to do that, I'll be your first person to do it. I'd be down for that, but she's not. But anyway, I used to try to think of ways to kind of help grow her page, get more people to it, things like that. But she just wasn't really interested in my help with it. It's a hobby more than like treating it like a second job, which once she kind of said it like that, I was like, that's fine. I understand that. Oh, but I think I've come up with the best thing for her at this point, best idea to get her OnlyFans more attention. There is a girl named Abby Newman, and this is what B1 needs to do. B1 needs to go out and get arrested because Abby Newman, she's 28 years old. She spent 4 days behind bars after being arrested for drunken shoplifting at a Walmart in Atlanta last November. Now, following her release, her mugshot had been shared on @mugshotties, which is an Instagram account dedicated to good-looking lawbreakers. Here she is, @mugshotties. Let me find this chick here. Copy. Let me just pull up @mugshotties. Let's see what the most recent one is. See if they're actually hot. Oh, okay. Damn. This is the newest mugshotty. She got a Dewey. That was the most recent one posted, so a DWI for her. I don't know. It doesn't show her name. But however, somehow these people, these internet sleuths, and that's funny. That was actually what one of the sketches was on Saturday Night Live was two 22-year-old girls being able to help cops solve crimes with their internet sleuthing skills, like on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever. Like the cops would be like, we have this cold case of blah, blah, blah. And the girls would be like, found him. And it was great. It was really funny. You have to see it, obviously, to make it funny, but it was really good. But anyway, B1 needs to get arrested so she can get, because this Mugshotties, it's an Instagram account dedicated to good-looking lawbreakers. That's what the news called. That's how they described it. But so somehow people found this chick's mugshot on @mugshotties. And here, let me actually pull up her picture here so you guys can see what we're talking about here, the actual viral mugshot. This mugshot went viral. And it was the one that was on @mugshotties or whatever. And I got to be honest with you, if this picture, how fucking horny are dudes, by the way? I mean, what the fuck? I'm nothing against this girl. But that's not exactly somebody who I would exactly get on the internet and start doing Google image searches for. But there apparently, maybe it's the tattoo, maybe it's the yellow fluorescent hair, Billie Eilish look, maybe that's what it is. I'm not really sure, but not really feeling that look. But for whatever reason, the internet started searching for her to find out who she was. And they found her OnlyFans page. And she said that in the time that she was in jail, before she even logged on and posted anything on her OnlyFans, she made $24,000 in 1 week without having posted one single thing. So B1, come back over. I know you were just here. Slug this bottle, the rest of this wine I have right here. Go to a little corner store across the street. Try to steal something, okay? And then get arrested. I'll bail you out tonight. I'll behind the scenes send your picture to Mug Shotties, okay? Then Mug Shotties will post it. Then we'll start having Mug Shotties must have some sort of Reddit forum or something where they figure out who these shawties are. I hate that word. Shawty, shoddy. It's such a weird word the way it's spelled. I know I'm saying it wrong like an idiot because I'm not from the South, but these shotties, these mug shotty, I will get her picture from mug shotty, put it on the Reddit thing, go, hey, you know this girl has an OnlyFans, right? And then booyah! Explosion of subscribers from your one small misdemeanor arrest. How does that not sound worth it to you? You won't have to do any work. You literally, all you got to do, you come over here, you get a little drunk, you walk across the street to the store, steal something real quick. So what? You get arrested. You're pretty. What's the worst that happens while while you're handcuffed and some creepy cop has you in the back of his car? Oh, it's the worst that could happen. Anyway, actually, B1 told me a crazy story one time when she was a dancer. She got pulled over coming out of the strip club, and these cops made her pull up her shirt, and I don't know if they felt her up, but I think they might have done like the under the boob thing to check her for stuff. But yeah, it's real fucking shady. Like, they didn't call a female cop to do it. They just basically pulled her over to feel her up and then sent her on her way. Didn't give her a ticket or anything. She wasn't drunk or anything like that. So that's a fucked up story. Anyway, but B1, get arrested again so you can get in the hands of some police again, please. Not that all cops would do that, obviously. There's some plenty of good ones who would just take you to the station, take your mugshot. I'll do a Freedom of Information Act for it. We'll get that. We'll post it on Mugshotties. Mugshotties will then, it'll get around in the Mugshotties Reddit. We'll get your OnlyFans out there, and boom! In 1 week, you won't even have to post anything. All you had to do is go steal something. How easy is your life thanks to me? I'm solving your problems for you right now. And there you go. And because of that, you got to give me half the money you make. And I'll bail you out, so you can owe me for that too. So, all right. Oh, so here's the chick, actually. There is a picture of what this chick looks like, actually. So I did make fun of her, but her actual picture of what she looks like when she's not all stealing from Walmarts, she actually looks like a pretty girl. So I'll give her, I was making fun of her, but there you go. Not a bad looking chick, actually. But B1, in my opinion, way hotter. So you might as well go steal something and go viral. It might be worth it. Girl made a lot of money. All right. Before I get to the measuring, I have one more crazy story. You guys aren't going to believe this story. It's so strange. It's such a weird story. You know what? Fuck stealing, B1. You know what you really need to be doing? Posting feet pics. That should be your thing. Because, it's not even work. I know, if you got to be all sexy for OnlyFans or post hot, sexy pictures or post sexy videos or whatever, I totally understand that could be a real pain in the ass. But posting foot pictures, that's pretty fucking easy shit to do. That's some pretty easy shit to do, right? By the way, I'm getting distracted here because I'm looking at the Mugshotties girls. They're pretty fucking hot. There's quite a few. There's pretty hot bad girls out there. Anyway, so back to B1 and her feet. This is her ticket to big money. Our foot fetishes, because there are so first off, so many people who have foot fetishes. But secondly, the people who have foot fetishes are they're motivated by it. They are driven to do all of these weird. They're gonna pay money for it. And then if they can't pay money for it, they're gonna find other weird, like Quentin Tarantino recording one of the movies where it was just a bunch of feet in the picture. He's an admitted foot guy. These foot guys, they're going to live their best foot life, as much foot as they can get in their life, outside of their, they're just walking down the street looking at girls with their fucking sandals on. They're just insane. It's just all they think about. So here's the reason I say this. Not just because of the OnlyFans stuff. Listen to this story. there's a high school in Oklahoma that decided to do a fundraiser for like a small coffee shop. And this small coffee shop is run by developmentally disabled people. So a noble thing. The high school is just raising money to donate to this coffee shop that is, I think it's, I don't know if it, I think it's nonprofit, or they're just, even if they are for profit, the employees are all developmentally disabled people, and they're providing a place for them to work. Very noble things. Two great things going on there. Here's where it gets fucking weird. When the school did the fundraiser, they, somebody, whoever's in charge, they come up with different games and things to do at a fundraiser. And I don't really know exactly all the bells and whistles of the fundraiser or how it actually worked as far as all the different things they were going to be doing at the fundraiser. But at this fundraiser, one of the activities, because I mean, there's maybe bobbing for apples. There's the baseball bat game where you spin around on the baseball bat 10 times and then try to run. And you have a race like that, the two-legged race, that kind of camp games you'd think they'd be doing. For some reason, and the only reason I could come up with is the person that was in charge of this has a massive foot fetish. But they had a bunch of kids sitting on the ends of the bleachers in the gymnasium. Just, think about the bleachers pulled out to the edge of the gym floor. Several kids sitting down on the bleachers. They're sitting there, and then kids laying at their feet on their stomachs, so face by their feet and feet away. So weird. So the kids that are sitting on the bleachers have their toes and feet covered with peanut butter. And for some reason, this is what the fundraisers have them do. Oh my God, dude.
He is devouring them.
Oh my fucking God, dude. So there you go. So that is high school kids licking peanut butter off of another high school kid's feet in order to raise money for a coffee shop of developmentally disabled employees. Okay. The person, and this is why I bring up foot fetishes, because as far as I'm concerned, this is somebody who has a major foot fetish who came up with this whole idea for this game as part of the fundraiser. This is how sick these people, and not sick, this is how dedicated they are to their kink. That they're willing to put doing this weird thing with having kids lick peanut butter off each other's feet, these depraved, kinky bastards. The guy couldn't even handle it, to the point where, the OnlyFans models that he goes and pays for feet pics of and stuff like that, he says, you know what, that's not enough. I need to see kids licking peanut butter off of these bitches' feet, off each other's feet. So fucking gross. So if you're a chick out there are some freaky ass motherfuckers who are into feet and will pay top fucking dollar for your feet. And I'm not a foot guy. That's actually one of the nastiest things I've ever seen in my life. That combines two things in sex that I am not into. I'm not into toe sucking, not particularly into having my toes sucked either, frankly. And I'm definitely not into doing it. I think I have done it, but I didn't particularly like it. I'm really high, or I got to be really drunk to be able to do something like that. And peanut butter. Food in the bed is just, I know I'm a fat fuck, but food in the bedroom is so gross to me, especially peanut butter. Oh my God, there's nothing worse than kissing somebody after they've just eaten chocolate or peanut butter. It is the grossest thing in the world. Oh, it's so nasty. But B1, you need to find out whoever gets in trouble for this thing. Keep an eye on the news, on this news story. Find out who's in charge of it, and then get in touch with them and offer feet pics for lots of money and make a lot of money on that. There's another little business plan for you. And again, I'll get half of the pay for that, please. Thank you. All right, guys, I think it's time to measure this fucking cow tongue and see where I fit in the Guinness Book of World Records annals, if I'm going to end up there. Where's my story at? I want to pull the picture back up again, but I can't. There it is. All right. Open image, new tab. Here she is again. Let's pull it. Let's get her name here. This is a lady from Oregon, Jenny DeVander. Her tongue is officially the largest female tongue in the world. She claims her tongue is bigger than a soda can. Now, just by looking at that, that looks like it's bigger than maybe a Red Bull can, not a whole ass like can of Coke. You know what I'm saying? That's more of a Red Bull sized tongue as far as I'm concerned. So, Scott78 says, do you eat ass? Oh, yeah, I'll dive in there for sure. I get, which is weird because I won't suck toes, but I'll definitely do that. Call me weird, but no, B1's not particularly into that. I think she gets creeped out by the fact that I am into it. I don't know. She's not particularly into it, so it's not something I get to enjoy very often. Whatever. It is what it is. I guess there could be worse things to have taken away. All right, here we go. Let's get the floss out. Let's measure this fucking cow tongue and see if I can get into some sort of record books. And I know I keep mentioning B1, but I did this story the other night where we talked about the record and how long and about this woman's tongue. And B1 told me a funny story about how when she was a kid, she was obsessed with the Guinness Book of Records, World Records, so much so that she told all the kids in her class that she was going to win the world record, win a world record, get in that book. And they said, what for? And she said, for the world's longest pipe cleaner. So she was going to take those little pipe cleaners, those little fuzzy things on the metal, and connect all those and create the world's longest pipe cleaner chain. She gave up. She's not in the Guinness Book of World Records. But okay, guys, let's see. Let's pull out the tongue. She measured her tongue. Let's measure it with, I'm trying to get the exact number here that she had to get into the world record. Why does it not show what her, I swear to God, I thought I saw what the distance. Oh, okay. Her girth, the girth of her tongue is 5.21 inches. So, let's take this. Now, what's the best way to do this? Let me look at the picture of the dentist doing it to her, and you guys tell me. Oh, that's all the same picture right there. How do I? Okay, so I got to stick my tongue out as far as I can. It looks like make it as fat as I can make it, and then we'll wrap this around it. And then do I do like a little like this? So there's a little knob, a knot on the end here. Oh, this is interesting. How do I do this? I think I just got to make a dot right at the X, right? Right where it connects around my tongue. And then that will be the measurement point for the two dots. You think? Does that make sense? That's how we should do it? All right. All right, let's do this. So you can see, is my tongue and her tongue are very similar. All right, so let's measure this fucker. Disaster says make it like a noose since you don't have another person. I was kind of thinking that, but I don't really know how to. Diz, I know you think most white people know how to make nooses, bro, but I don't know how to make a noose. All right, so let's see here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to dot it with this Sharpie. I think that's the only thing I do. I'm going to get Sharpie on my tongue, but how else would I do it? Doug Kill Jack wants to know if I've hydrated first. Yeah, I put in a lot of work tonight. All right, so I guess I just go like this. Ah, fuck. No, look. Shit. I don't know if that's going to work because, well, first off, I'm going to touch my tongue, my teeth with that Sharpie. I don't think I have another Sharpie. Shit. I don't know how to do this, measure this right. What if I do this? I tie a little knot in it. And then do this, run it through here. And then it'll tell me how long it is from there. All right. Oh, man. This might be a two-person job. Secret ADS Mod, you're on another dumb show.
Hey, so instead of doing it the way you're doing it, take one end, right, and you're all the way at the end. That's the start, and then wrap the rest of it around, and then you only have to pinch one little piece because you'll know that's how long it is.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying? That way you don't have to Sharpie it.
Okay, let's try that because that Sharpie's too big. I don't have a small Sharpie and it's going to write all over my tongue.
Why do you even have a Sharpie that big?
I think it was from B1 when she wrote a letter or wrote a sign for Ellen and she for something that she did for Ellen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so okay, I'm going to try that. All right, bye.
All right, bye.
I'm getting a text message real quick. Let's see if I'm getting more advice. Take the end and use it to be the marker. Okay, people saying the same thing. So B1's saying the same thing. All right, so I'm going to try to just take this point and pinch it, I guess. Well, that's the point. I can't hold it in place. I can't. It's not going to work. I don't feel like that was. I'm not able to stick my tongue out far enough. This might be. I might need a second set of hands to do this. Damn it! I thought the Sharpie thing was going to work perfectly to be able to measure this, but I don't know if this is going to work. Like I can do a pinch off where I tie it, but then it's not an accurate. It's just not going to be accurate. All right, I got. I can't. I don't feel like this isn't working. I need a second set of hands to do this because it's not like it's inaccurate if I try to grab it from here. Like it's not like I have to have 2 points to work with. I'm gonna need a second set of hands. Might have to do this tomorrow. See if I can get B1 to help me. What? All right. Now, if this is right, just on what I just did here, this on the weird kind of measurement I was able to grab, okay? If that's the case, if this is right, mine is 6 1/4 inches long, around in girth. 6.25. Hers was, what did we say? 5.21. So my tongue's a whole fucking inch fatter than that chick's tongue? Are you fucking kidding me? She's bragging about how she can flip her tongue over. I can flip my tongue over. It's a big deal. Can't everybody do that? Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to need a second set of hands then next time in order to get this right. So maybe tomorrow we will I'll have maybe I can talk B1 into coming over and, you know, just at least reaching her hands on camera and actually doing the measurement for me and holding everything in place. Because right now, I don't know. People are saying do a slip knot or whatever, but like, I can't slip knot around my tongue because if I end up pulling too tight, I'm going to cut off the circulation of my tongue. So I can't do that. I have to have somebody physically hold it and then measure the 2 points at that point. But listen, what I did just measure, what that little bit of, because I'm also not able to, like, when I'm trying to measure it and see where it's at, I'm not able to stick my tongue out and make it as big as I can. So if somebody else does it, it makes it much bigger or much easier to get the real measurement. So I think we're definitely going to have B1 help me with that. But the measurement that I got was 6.25 inches, which is a whole bigger than the female world record holder. So we'll have to see tomorrow if I can break the world record with an actual better official measurement from B1, because if I can, if I'm close, I'm going to find out if I can, I'm going to try to win this world record here. So, see what else do I have here? All right. So before we wrap things up, I have a couple things a couple videos for a little video dump here. I keep pulling videos, guys, and I never get to the videos for a video dump. So make sure you guys kind of remind me from now on towards the end of the show to, hey, please make sure you do your video dump for today's videos you didn't get to, because I have more videos that are unplayed than videos that are played, to tell you the truth. So, wait, what's going on here? All right, so here is so you guys know the comic Nick Swardson. He was in Grandma's Boy. A lot of people say he used to look like, him and Chocolate Charlie from the old show, that they sounded alike or they had the same cadence or something like that. I feel like I may have noticed it at one point, but I don't know. But anyway, Nick Swardson just did a comedy show this past weekend, and it didn't go real well for him. Here's what happened.
That's a valid point. Here we go.
You can rally.
All right, here we go. I'll rally this. Watch this show.
Okay.
Here we go. Jason Statham as a beekeeper. I swear to God, it'll be fucking amazing. I love you, fucking Rick. Let's go. Here we go. Jason Statham as the beekeeper. Here we go. He's like, all right. Hold on, wait for it. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, Jason Statham as the beekeeper. Here we go. As a Christmas carol, he is the caroler. Jason Statham as the caroler. Here we go. Jason Statham as the caroler.
Oh my God, dude.
Yes, here
He's
we go.
struggling.
And here we go. Good Lord. Here we go, watch this. Jason Statham as the caroler. Here we go.
He keeps repeating himself over and over again.
All right. Here we go. Do you want me to finish this or no? No! But what if I finish this?
What if you were fucked?
Yes or no?
Finish it!
Come on, you guys.
Finish it!
All right, so that's where it goes for the most part. Struggling up there. That'd be so hard, man. The whole fucking room turns on you like that. What else do you do? I mean, you're up there by yourself. That's got to be so fucking hard, especially if he was up there trying to like try something new or work something out or whatever, like comics say, or working out a bit or whatever I always hear him say. That sucked. The whole fucking room turned on him. And then this happened right after that.
Let's go.
Refund! Refund!
Let's go. Who here knows knows who Norm Macdonald is? Let's go!
I mean, they turned the lights.
Yeah.
And turned off the spotlight.
Dude,
They turned off his mic.
this is wild.
Now they turned off his mic.
This is giving me fucking deuce chills right now. Ugh. This is so uncomfortable.
Turn his mic off. Look, oh, look.
You zoom in, you can kind of see.
Hi. Good evening. My name is Justin. I'm the Director of Operations. We've decided to conclude the show early in the best interest of those who bought tickets. We apologize for what you've seen tonight. Please email the box office. We'll be responding to inquiries and processing credits and refunds. We apologize. Thank you very much. I'll be in the lobby if you have questions or concerns. Please email the box office. Thank you very much.
So there you go. They did come out after that and said they're going to issue some refunds as well. I don't know if he was drunk on stage or what the deal was. I always thought that dude was kind of a cool dude or a chill dude. I don't know. I guess he kind of hasn't been in much lately. But that's sad to see. You don't want to see anybody kind of losing it on stage. That would be so hard if everybody just started turning on you like that in a fucking on stage like that. That would suck. Like, I've had people throw stuff at me on stage before, and that fucking sucked. And, stuff, people pissing a fucking cup or whatever. That definitely sucked balls. Yeah. I don't know what I would do if literally you're just up there trying to do your act and the whole fucking place just starts fucking booing you. What the fuck, man? That would blow. Said, hey, maybe that's happening right now in another show. So anyway, couple last videos, a couple more videos before we wrap things up. I know this video is from the other day. I think it happened while we were gaming on Friday night, but what a crazy ass video this is. This is the truck that was hanging off the bridge. I actually don't even know where the fuck the bridge is at. But as you can see, there's a woman stuck in the cab of the truck, and they've dropped down a firefighter on a winch or off of a crane who's on a winch. He gets her out of the truck, straps her to him, and they fucking crank these two back up. How much was she freaking out right now as they're dangling? Do you think she was more scared inside the truck or right now? Like, I'd be literally dangling there, go, pull us the fuck up. Let's go. Crank that shit and let's get out of the way, even in case just the fucking truck starts to fall again. But man, that's something. This is literally out of a superhero fucking movie. This is where Superman would fly up and grab the truck and pick the truck back up and put it back on the bridge, and he'd fly off and everybody go, wow, Superman's the best. Or Spider-Man would come and it's actually looked more like a Spider-Man one to me, like he would just come, this is a web sling kind of thing, where he'd catch it with the web sling and help it prevent it from falling. And then he'd climb down the truck and like pull her out. That might have happened in a movie for all I know. I feel like it did. Maybe I'm mixing it up with the train scene or whatever. But I feel like that happened. It's definitely happened in a movie before where a truck's been hanging off a bridge like this. But to see it in real life, where that thing got squeezed so perfectly in between all those I-beams, that's just crazy. And I saw the firefighter say something about the lady when she got off of there. She was just just grateful to be alive, which is obviously anybody would be in that kind of situation. So, all right, one last one before we wrap things up. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is crazy. Actually, I have two left. I have two more. This video is, I believe it's from Peru. This is from the dash cam from what I believe is a police officer vehicle. I don't know what the vehicle it is. I actually don't give a shit what kind of vehicle. It doesn't matter. Watch what's happening as these guys are driving along, and just a regular old day doing some driving. Looks like it's a truck doing some sort of delivery. Keep an eye on what happens because it happens fast. Look to your right, top right. Whoa, fuck! Are you fucking kidding me? Over and over, it's being pelted by rocks in a massive rock slide. It's like little bombs going off over and over and over again. Isn't that fucking nuts? So here it is again. We'll show in slow motion. And the only reason I'm showing this, nobody was hurt. Nobody got killed or nobody died in this incident. I'm sure somebody suffered some injuries, but nobody died in this incident, so I can show it to you. But so keep an eye on the upper right. You see right there, the dust starting to occur as the first rocks start to slide. And they're following it down is right in the middle. Boom. Poosh. Poosh. Look at the fucking force that thing comes down with. Just explodes that truck. Just fucking explodes and then rocks the other one. Oh my God, look at the crater in the road. Holy shit, I didn't even notice that the first time. Look at the crater this thing leaves. Whoa, look at that. That's fucking crazy, man. Look at that crater. Wow, that's nuts. Anyway. Wow. Okay, so there's that view that we saw. There is another view from inside of one of the trucks that is just as crazy. So here, let's watch the view from inside one of the trucks. Back, here we go. And where'd it go? There we go. All right, here we go. Oh my fucking God, dude. That is terrifying. That is a nightmare. Holy shit. I can't believe nobody fucking died in this. I can't believe nobody died in that. That's insane. Did he make the right move getting out? I mean, I guess nobody died or got hurt, but is that the right move? Oh my God. That is that's one of the craziest videos I've ever seen in my life. That's fucking nuts. So he sees the one in front of him go off. Right here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Those sound like straight up fucking bombs going off. That is absolutely insane. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Wow. wow, what a crazy video. That blew my mind. That blew my mind. So be careful if you ever go to any of these South American countries, you do any of these tours along the mountains or whatever. You never know when these fucking rock slides could happen. That was insane. My God. Let's see. Blair Minahan says, who got booed off stage when I started to walk and who got booed off stage? I started watching after he said the name. Nick Swardson did. That was the comic who did. So welcome, Blair. A new name there. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Nuggaman says he was hilarious on Reno 911. Yeah, Nick Swartson's been hilarious in a lot of stuff that I've seen. So it is very surprising to see that happen. That's why, like, some people suggest that he might have been drunk or on something else or whatever. But yeah, normally that guy's, every time I haven't actually like seen his stand up or anything like that, but any movie or anything like that he's been in, I found to be pretty good. I think I had one more. Did I lose that video? Nope, that's it. That's all she wrote. So, alrighty, guys. That's going to wrap things up for us tonight. Just wanted to say, Blair said, thank you, Dom. Blair from Binghamton. Appreciate you, Blair. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys had the wonderful weather there in Binghamton that we had here in Cleveland today. It was absolutely gorgeous and wonderful. So I hope you got to enjoy that today as much as I did, out door dashing. Oh, man, speaking of door dashing, there's one last video I want to play. I found a video of this is like my worst fear happening. I worry about this happening every single day. Like, I really don't have, like, I have the obvious fears of door dashing, like, and getting robbed or something along those lines. Like, you're going in neighborhoods you're not used to. Fortunately, I don't usually go in a lot of bad neighborhoods. I'll just decline an offer to a bad neighborhood. I don't give a fuck if I lose ratings or whatever. I'm not trying to go to the bad neighborhoods. It's not worth the potential to get robbed or get my car stolen or whatever, my phone taken or whatever. But the thing that I worry about the most is when I have to do these deliveries for alcohol. Because when I do alcohol deliveries, I have to actually check people's ID and I have to scan their ID and go through that whole thing. However, even if I do go through that whole thing, there is, even if I scan it or whatever, I still have to do a personal, essentially like I'm like a bartender at a bar, where I have to look at you and determine whether or not I feel like you are too inebriated to receive this delivery. So if I, based on my own judgment, look at you, if you order DoorDash and I am bringing, if you order a bottle of wine on DoorDash and I have to bring it to you, I check your ID and we go through all that, but there's an additional step where I have to physically look at you and determine whether I believe you are drunk or not. And if you are drunk, I am not supposed to give you the alcohol. So like a bartender at a bar, I can't overserve. Essentially, that's what they're looking out for. And this happened to a DoorDash driver just the other day.
That's something that maybe I do.
What's that?
That's something that maybe I do.
You've been drinking, we can't give you alcohol.
Nah, that.
I mean, you look like you've been drinking, so I can't, yeah.
What you mean?
That's all I can tell you. Whoa.
Fuck on with that shit.
Alright, I'm following the phone.
Yeah, you do that.
Just letting you know you're not allowed to do that.
Fuck wrong with you?
So there you go. That's one of my biggest fears that will happen. And I don't know if you can hear her. It's a little hard to understand what she's saying, but I'll kind of try to narrate a little bit because it is real. You know what? Let me see if I can audio boost this little guy real quick. All right, here we go. There's a little bit of audio on it.
That's something that maybe I do.
What's that?
That's something that maybe I do.
You've been drinking, we can't give you alcohol.
Nah, that.
I mean, you look like you've been drinking, so I can't, yeah.
What you mean?
That's all I can tell you.
Whoa. Fuck on with that shit.
Alright, I'm calling you.
Yeah, you do that.
Just letting you know you're not allowed to do that.
Fuck wrong with you.
So there you go. So now that guy, people who order DoorDash don't know that. They don't know that. They don't know that the driver is going to check to make sure. They just tell you to make sure you have your ID ready to go. They don't say, by the way, the driver has the right to refuse you alcohol if they think you're inebriated. They may say that in the fine print somewhere, but I tell you what, nobody fucking knows that. So I always worry that that's going to happen to me. I am so worried that somebody's going to slap me in the face or punch me in the face, or like I'm going to get in trouble because I give alcohol to somebody who I don't think they're drunk. Their breath doesn't smell bad or whatever. Like, should I have taken it away from, should I not have given the alcohol to that one woman who said, make me feel like a woman, and tried to get me to come into her house with her? Should I just assume that woman, it's 9 o'clock in the fucking morning. Who the fuck's drunk at 9 a.m.? That's when I delivered that to that lady. 2 giant ass handles of liquor, 9 a.m. I didn't think she was drunk. In hindsight, she might have been. I don't know. I mean, she tried to invite some stranger into her house to make her feel like a woman. So either that or I'm just super sexy. I'm just going to go with super sexy. She wasn't drunk. I'm just super sexy. That just, stroked my ego a little bit, if nothing else. So CYX says she's taking her job too seriously, if you ask me. Do you know why she's acting like that way, CYX? Because they actually tell you in the instructions to be wary of FBI stings, to where they might actually be trying to catch people giving alcohol to drunk people. So if you don't check the ID properly, if you give alcohol to somebody who might be underage, or you're not allowed to deliver to a college campus, you're not allowed to. There's a lot of rules with the alcohol shit, but in the end, you are the one who determines whether or not you're supposed to give it to them based on whether or not you think they're drunk. And you could get in a lot of trouble if you give alcohol to somebody who's already drunk and you contribute to it. What if they end up going and getting in the car and they drive somewhere and kill someone and you just delivered alcohol to them? So that's a concern to have for sure. But, that's why she's worried about that and doesn't want to give him alcohol, because what if that's the next step that happens, is she contributed to his blood alcohol content going up, and then he goes and drives somewhere. So it's a slippery slope right there. Nuggaman says it is completely inappropriate to grab the driver like that too. So Doug Killjack says, CYX until they sue you for $1 billion for crashing and killing an entire family. No, I totally agree. I totally agree. Nuggaman said, what would I do if the delivery person challenged my sobriety? I actually don't know. I probably have gotten stuff while I've been a little tipsy. I've never had anybody actually really give. I would just say, in the end, because I DoorDash, I would be like, all right, I get it. I understand the rules. So to be honest with you, I don't think I get a lot of deliveries as far as alcohol when I'm already drunk, because I kind of know the rules. If I'm going to have some drinks and I know I want to drink, I usually order. Like, a perfect example right now. I'm running out of wine. I want some more wine. And I should have ordered it ahead of time. It's too late. I don't want to order it right now. I've already had a couple glasses. It would be kind of, it would be against the rules technically. So I got to go to bed anyway. So, all right. So, guys, pretty crazy. That DoorDash thing, hopefully nothing like that comes along. I don't want to have to deal with any kind of bullshit like that. I'm so fucking done with confrontation. That's the last fucking thing I want, is getting some goddamn. That's the best thing about fucking, about the DoorDash job, is it's fucking, you have no boss. It's zero stress. The only stress I get is when I create it for myself, when I get road rage. Otherwise, it is completely stress-free. The most stressful thing is when you're trying to figure out a substitution for somebody's order. If you're getting something at like a store and you're shopping and you got to figure out a substitution and they're not listening. That's it. That's the only stress. Otherwise, stress-free. Fucking great. So, all right, guys. That's going to wrap things up for us tonight here on Another Dumb Show. I want to thank all of you guys for coming to hang out tonight. Please hit the thumbs up on tonight's video if you've not already done so. I would greatly appreciate it. Thumbs up, guys. What are you waiting for? You're watching the show. You got your phone right next to you in your hand. All you got to literally do is go hit that thumbs up. Take your thumb out of your ass, stick it back into your ear, and then hit the thumbs up on tonight's video. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you guys get subscribed. If you're wondering, that's why you can't talk in the chat, by the way. If you're watching the show and you're wondering, why can't I be in the chat with the League of Dummies? It's because you have to be subscribed. So take a minute to subscribe, or a minute, take half a second to subscribe to the channel, and then you'll have access to the League of Dummies. So, alrighty, guys, that is going to wrap things up for us tonight. Make sure you follow the show, Add Another Dumb Show on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I plan on being back live tomorrow at 7 o'clock, but with this nice weather, I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but that's kind of how it goes with Instagram, with the DoorDashers. Sometimes on a really nice day, people just got paid, so they got extra money in their pockets, so it was kind of busy yesterday. So tomorrow is going to be raining, which means it's going to be extra busy, which means I'm probably going to be DoorDashing a little bit longer. So hopefully I did have some stuff I didn't get to today, so I will have some things I can probably talk about tomorrow too. So it all depends on how much time I have to prep for the show, because I hate coming on here unprepared, because I sit here the whole night saying, and I hate doing that. So while I did say about 1,000 times tonight, I would have said it about 10,000 times. There you go. Exactly. You get it. You get it. That's going to wrap things up for us tonight, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. I am out of here. See ya.